Hey, it's Bar Talk Live. Kevin couldn't be here. Got my man Riston Diggs as my co-host, partner in crime. Josh and Jeremy are here of Smokin Jay's Barbecue. Original location. They got 3. It's Bar Talk Live. Let's go ahead inside. I'm hungry. I think I started the show off properly. I mean, I'm here at Smokin Jay's, so we were Smokin Jay's, weren't we, Riston Diggs? Yeah. Just a little bit. I mean, gosh,
we had to.
That's legal here. I'm Tim Piles. Kevin couldn't be here tonight. Kind of unfortunate, but he's off saving the planet somewhere. I got my man Riston Diggs from San Diego. Well, he's based in San Diego. Former Marine, right?
I was in the Navy.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Marine adjacent.
Well, Kevin would appreciate it. You weren't a SEAL though, right?
No, I was not a SEAL.
No.
When you mentioned he was a SEAL, I felt like I was the scarier version of him. So
yes, you are.
Well, no matter what he said, I was already figuring, I don't even want to talk about mine right now.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you're originally from South Carolina?
Yeah, South Carolina, born and raised.
Based in San Diego now?
Yeah, based in San Diego. I mean, I've been out here so long, I just feel like I'm a part of the city now.
You are, man.
Yeah, so.
You've really contributed quite a bit with your music, your hip-hop, your rap, also playing with the Gravities.
Oh, yeah,
I think you've opened for quite a few of the hip-hop luminaries, Talib Kweli recently, St. Francis.
Yeah.
It's been pretty legit for you, support.
I've got to meet amazing people that have done amazing things, like yourself, helping me out with booking me at some places, and different people that just helped me in this scene and saw my talent and actually didn't ignore it. You know what I mean? So many people that do music and try to do things out here, but me getting a chance to actually share my art is important. You know? Yeah. So I'm thankful to the city.
You've elevated the scene, man, and I understand you probably have a little background in barbecue, being from South Carolina, now in Southern California.
Yeah, in the South, you're supposed to have barbecue knowledge. You're supposed
to.
Tell
us about the sweet tea you're drinking.
Oh, well, the sweet tea, I had to come here and review it first thing, so that's the first thing I order when I come in. The reason is because my mom loves sweet tea, number one, right? So if I don't try your sweet tea, it's like, that's how she's gonna judge if she should have your place at all. Right? So if she even reviews this and she comes out here to visit, she's gonna be like, how was the sweet tea?
How was the sweet tea?
Yeah.
Question number
Everything
one.
else is gonna fall under that, and y'all pass that test.
All right, good.
We got Josh and Jeremy of Smokin Jay's Barbecue, former Paralympian brothers. You started this in 2019, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
No.
You've been doing it.
The restaurant opened 2019. We started 2016.
You were mobile. I heard you say that. Okay.
End of 2016.
You started. Are you the pit master technically?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just the pretty boy that sells the barbecue and shows off his medals.
Yeah, right.
You did bring your medals.
I did. I have them. I will take them out later.
You're supposed to just be wearing them. Like, come on. Now, Riston would look pretty good. Well, you don't even have any chains on, Riston.
I would wear them on stage, though. If I had medals like that.
All right, we'll arrange your next show, man. Let's arrange it.
Okay, now, that would be a good idea.
I'll hold you to it.
Now I'm on blast. Now I got to wear them. They dangling, hitting the mic.
Yeah.
You'll be the first person to ever wear them.
Yeah.
You never put some on.
Okay, so that'd be good then. We might do commit to this bit. You know
All right, I like it.
How many medals do you have, actually?
I have 5.
5 medals.
Yeah. 4 with me. My parents have 1 back in Virginia.
This was, you were marathon?
Yeah, so before we started Smokin Jay's, before he started Smokin Jay's and invited me to join him, I had a whole life as a professional wheelchair racer. I was traveling all over the world, running marathons, half marathons, 10Ks, and then I was representing the U.S. As a wheelchair racer on the track.
Wow.
So I competed in 5 Paralympic Games, starting in 2004 in Athens. So I did Athens in 2004, Beijing in 2008, London in 2012, Rio in 2016, and then Tokyo in 2021.
Are you local guys?
We're from Virginia originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What brought you to Old Poway?
What brought us to Old Poway was actually Phil Hart Beef next door that we were talking about.
Yeah. So it's a little, just a little meat market.
Yep.
So people can go in there and get steaks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's frozen, so he gets it shipped from his brothers in Michigan. And the only reason he started is because he couldn't get good beef out here, so he started having his brothers ship it out. He was selling in farmers markets, and that's how we met, actually, at a farmers market.
Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't even know about Poway, and he brought me out here one day and said, "Hey, this would be the perfect spot for you."
Connections.
Yeah, sure.
So how do you both end up out here?
How did we both end up out
you
here?
both are here then.
So my now wife and I both quit our jobs. We were working finance in Virginia.
Okay.
We quit with basically no plan.
That's the best way sometimes.
Yeah. Her dad actually invited us to come out to Singapore and live with him for a few months, so we did that. got back here and just decided on, we just kind of threw the dice and decided on a place to go, and drove across the country.
I have a question just for you, really, honestly. When you did the marathon stuff, right, a lot of people, I believe that running helps with, depression and a lot of different things. I've gotten into running recently, like over the last 5 years. I can't say recently, but how do you train, like, for something like that?
How do you yeah, well, it was, I mean, I've been doing it since college. I ran my first marathon when I was 18, and it's just the daily grind of every morning. The first thing I do is wake up, go out, get in the chair and push. I was fortunate throughout my career. I had some pretty amazing coaches. So for me, I didn't have to actually think about what I was doing. I would show up and he'd say, do this, and then I just have to do it, whether I liked it or not. Yeah. But it's just marathoning is one of those brutal sports where I don't think anyone really knows whether they're going to be good at marathoning until you put in hours and hours and hours of training to see whether you can survive the training first. And then after you can survive the training, then you actually try the race and see if you can survive the race. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Even as a pro, there were plenty of races where I started and it was just not my day.
That's what I feel with running every day. Like, it never consistently feels good. No. Right? Yeah. I just love to hurt, I guess.
Well, and that's part of it. You got to be a little bit of a masochist, because you go out there and, no matter how good a shape you are, it's always going to hurt, because the better shape, you're just moving faster. So it's the same pain as a beginner, but you're just going at a much faster speed.
You can teach musicians in my rap community a lot. I always speak about running as being one of the things that helps stage performance. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just training, just like with that. But that's something that marathon running taught me, was like.
Oh, absolutely. I imagine when you're doing a show, like, if you're doing a set that's an hour and a half long and you're going the whole time, rapping the whole time, that's a cardio exercise.
It is, right, and you want to be able to do it, and you want to do it well, right? So running goes hand to hand with it, right? Yeah. But I wanted to ask you about the marathon aspect of it, because your professional level is it's a different level of training.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I was putting in 100 plus miles a week. 100 up to 150 miles a week in training. In school I was a dual sport athlete, so I would go to basketball practice in the morning and then go racing practice in the afternoon. And then once I was a full-time racer, but it was 2 hours every morning starting out training. And then you have gym sessions 3 times a week.
Do you have one of those like Mad Max wheelchairs for the basketball?
Well, for the basketball, it looks a little bit like that.
That's cool.
For wheelchair racing, it looks a little bit more like a drag race type thing. It's a long 3-wheel chair.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. But I like the Mad Max looking ones, because they
cool.
played out at Balboa Park, or they used to play frequently. There was a league, right?
There's a couple of teams in town that play.
Do you do that anymore?
I actually recently got a basketball chair. I hadn't had one for about a decade. And I just got one, and I have not started playing. I've gone out and shot on my own a bunch of times. But
you have 3 barbecue joints to run. I don't know how you have time to do it.
Give me any time.
Yeah, exactly. You got to train different on your time. We barbecue on my time. So growing up, you had a different skill than him barbecuing, I see.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really do it growing up, though. I cooked a lot growing up, but I didn't start barbecue till later.
So you fell in love with barbecue, and just like later just being like, I know how to cook a little bit, but...
Exactly. I went to school in St. Louis, and my friend and I would just drive all over St. Louis, Kansas City, down to New Orleans.
New Orleans,
Nashville. We'd kind of check out a different place. There's actually some good barbecue in Springfield, Missouri, too.
Okay.
But, so that's when I fell in love with barbecue, but I still didn't really know how to cook it until I bought a Weber Smoky Mountain and just went at it and
started doing it, right?
That was my first smoker.
Self-taught.
I love to hear those stories. You wake up and you say, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm meant for it now because I made myself meant for it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we started mobile before I really even knew what I was doing.
So you used to pop around any like markets and different places?
Farmers markets.
Yeah, then. I respect the farmers market. That's like the mixtape hustle for a rapper. It is. That's the equivalent of that. You go to the farmers market, customers not sure you. Some people try you. Some people love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people not
try
sure.
To negotiate.
Yeah. They don't want to pay the full price yet. Right?
How much for just one bone?
One rib.
Did you see that on the menu? I don't think so.
Can y'all make the sauce different? I only have one right now. Let me start. I respect that.
Yeah. People will give honest feedback at farmers markets, though.
They will.
Immediate feedback.
Even if you don't want it.
Right.
Even if you don't want it. Yeah.
It hurt at the time. 'Cause I was still getting recipes down. I remember the first time I made ribs for farmers market, someone said it tasted like a garden salad because I had put too much time in the rub.
Wow.
They said it tastes like a garden salad.
That's a farmer's market customer for you. Right? That is.
Did you have a smoker, food truck? What were you doing when you were mobile?
So that's where he comes into the picture. When I decided to start this, I called him up. I had less than no money. We were already in debt from living out here.
Yeah.
I called him up and he loaned me $4.5 grand to buy my first smoker, which was a 250-gallon offset.
That's a good brother.
And that's when he started getting involved, and it kind of got more and more and more.
He calls me up and he's like, "Hey, can you loan me some money for a smoker?" And I didn't think twice about it because I knew, we grew up together. I knew he can cook, and I knew his sense for business. So I figured, it's a pretty safe bet that'll get paid back. But then later he's like, "What if I don't pay you back? What if I just make you an owner, and then I'm not going to pay you back, but you have ownership in the company?"
Yeah. Were you living here already?
No, not yet. I was in Australia, so
okay.
I was on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Living out the sort of the ending years of my athletic career.
Sure.
But we would chat maybe a few times a month, I guess, and I had a lot of free time. I mean, you're a pro athlete, so I train in the morning, and then I got a bunch of time to recover, and so with I like put together some websites before and did some very amateur graphic design, and so like I designed some menus for him and did the website, wrote the copy for the website, and then we would chat every now and again. He'd call me up to vent about these farmers markets that I fortunately by the time I moved to San Diego, he was out of the market, so I didn't have to deal with that experience. I skipped that.
That's
part.
a beautiful story of brotherhood right there. Like by the way, like I could have shed a tear for that because most people hope for a story that a big brother actually doing something cool. He was in Australia. I was in Perth for like a week.
Yeah, I was dating a girl from Perth.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
been there plenty of times.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing things in Perth. So dating a girl is not a bad thing.
Right.
But just that story of brotherhood from y'all, just knowing that you knew that you could call your big brother for something.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to have less than zero, right? You know what I mean? Like my first time seeing a negative account, I didn't even know you could have a minus number next to it. I was like, what is this?
Isn't zero the
I was like, wait a second, hold on, I got $600? Oh, that says negative. But your brother helped you out so much and everything, just knowing that you had that experience and now y'all get to be in business together. That's just something special.
It is.
I think just for the world to know in general, what I mean? Like most people look forward to being able to help their younger sibling, along being able to work together. That's y'all just touched my heart.
It's been awesome.
It's been really.
I'm gonna go write a song now.
You find inspiration from all kinds of things. So you have the 3 locations. Where do you guys spend most of your time? Are you at this one downtown? I know we met earlier.
He's always
downtown.
I'm always.
Well, you live downtown.
I'm here in Miramar, kind of half and half. Yeah.
So that's on the main drag, Miramar Boulevard.
Yeah, just off Miramar.
Is that by one of the tasting rooms? You got a brewery nearby.
Yeah,
You spot there.
It's
actually?
right across the street from the Miralani Brewers. Well, I guess it's part of the district.
Yeah, we're part of the Miralani Makers District there.
Okay.
So we're actually in with Serpentine Cider, where they brew their cider.
Cool.
So it's a cidery and a barbecue joint.
So cool. And then the downtown location. I know I'd walked past there before. It was a restaurant not terribly long ago, and they didn't do so well. So you guys got it. Looks great, right? Neat little spot down in the gas lamp corner. How's that location been doing for you guys?
It's gas lamp, so it's sort of up and down with the neighborhood.
Is there any good barbecue downtown? Well, I don't know.
No
offense to
there's no
barbecue. No offense to
no.
Kansas City barbecue.
I don't go down.
It's great for the Top Gun experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I would go now to see y'all there.
Yeah, you gotta come check it out. Absolutely.
People are still learning about us down here. We're spread slow down there.
Yeah.
I mean, barbecue, I think about it there was no barbecue in San Diego, really. And then Phil's, of course, comes and they started that whole thing on Goldfinch up in the Mission Hills and pissed off the neighbors because the smell of the barbecue. Right. And now it's a great pizza joint. I do love Lefty's Chicago Pizzeria.
Lefty's.
But there's there really is a lot of great barbecue in San Diego and all over the city.
Yeah, it keeps popping up.
I feel like when Jeremy started the mobile scene, it still was like early days of San Diego barbecue, and that was only that was only 7-8
Yeah.
years ago.
There's been an explosion. I feel like.
Yeah,
You're part of that.
Yeah, I mean, before
good.
we started, or before he started Smokin' Jay's, there was Phil's that had been around forever, and then there was Grand Ole, and Grand Ole was like, so Phil's was the barbecue joint everyone knew, and Grand Ole was where, if you want slow smoke barbecue, to go to Grand Ole, and those were the two spots.
Cali Comfort too.
Oh, and Cali
I think
Comfort,
they were
that's
the
right,
first.
Cali Comfort.
They were the first more legit barbecue in San Diego. Right?
Yeah, they predated.
I'm still gonna shout out my man Coops, West
And
Texas
you have to
barbecue.
shout out some
How long
other
has he
one.
been?
He's been around a little while. I mean, he did something like you did. I mean, but he was just out in front of a liquor store with a smoker, and he set up a tent.
I didn't realize
did-
Coops
we
had
did
been
that
around
too.
that long. Yeah.
Is it
He
all
even tried to
awesome.
open a chicken and waffle place like right across from his, but he got too overambitious, I think, for that area.
People don't like chicken waffles out here.
I've understood that. I thought that a lot.
weird.
Even, I appreciate it, but I don't see it doing well.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on more menus, I would argue. I mean, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles they're moving forward down in Barrio, so
I've
I'm
heard
kind of
it.
excited
Okay.
that it is going to
we'll see.
happen.
Are
Yeah,
there
because
any-
in LA it's different. LA you get real good chicken and waffles.
And that's why I go to LA for originally. I was going there for the chicken and waffle experience. I did it, and now when they said it was bringing to San Diego, it made me excited. Barbecue, I always look at it like it's a niche community.
Yeah.
So seeing San Diego growing, do y'all have like a beef in the barbecue world where y'all like, we're better than them, or?
Yeah, but I don't. But we don't say it out loud.
The reason I have
We
to
just say it to.
I have
It's
to
just internal.
I have to ask sometimes just because that's one of the things that going on about hip hop. A lot of people always ask like, who does whatever, and I don't really engage in it myself.
No,
right?
well, it's the same type of thing, right? You have pride in what you do,
Yeah.
and so we have a lot of pride in what we do, and we're trying to be the best, and we always think that we are, but there's still that doesn't say that's not to say that other people aren't doing a great job as well. There are other great rappers as well.
Exactly.
Like we're all trying to do this.
I wanna try it all.
Different
Hey, I
styles.
do too.
Exactly,
Your response is in your product.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Somebody
Yeah.
else can enjoy that somebody else's product, but yours one is just like you put your time into it, so you don't have to down talk somebody else's.
Right. Exactly.
Because you know how much work it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And plus, I mean, when you run a restaurant, you realize that you can be amazing yourself at barbecue, but it's only in how good you are at teaching, and then how consistent you can make things. And even then, it's still going to be inconsistent sometimes.
Yep.
So you might have a bad meal at a place, and then everyone wants to talk shit about it.
That's
but
true.
it's like, you can go to anywhere,
Yeah.
the best places in the world, and you're going to have a bad meal once in a while.
You got
The head
Yelp
chef-
review.
That doesn't mean that place sucks.
Yeah.
It just means you got one bad meal.
That's
one
very
time.
true.
So.
Reviews
And
are hard to
that
follow.
the head chef doesn't work 7 days a week.
Right,
Chefs need days off, and when the chef's not there, there might be a little bit of a different story, and you never know what's going on. In
You
the
don't know
back.
what day you showed up.
Well,
Exactly.
in general, don't try a place out on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
That's,
Okay.
Trying a
probably,
new
that's
place?
probably not when the head
It's
chef
industry
is.
day,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
I didn't even think of
the
that.
chef gets off as you're done. Monday
Yeah,
and Tuesday?
yeah.
All right.
Tips and pointers.
Yeah. How many? Do you smoke all the meats here or at each
Yes.
location?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
okay.
Smoke everything back there.
Yeah.
We're gonna start smoking in Miramar. We're gonna start doing kind of a more cider-centric barbecue, is what we're calling
Yeah.
it, kind of.
Yeah.
We're gonna use applewood, and
Oh, cool.
we're gonna start brining ribs in the cider overnight, and
Okay.
You know
we're
what's
gonna try some cool
helped
stuff
all
there.
of it is the beer has elevated the food in San Diego, and we
Yeah,
became such a
right.
beer capital that's why I think the food has just been exploding
Hand
over the
in
last
hand.
few years. Yeah,
It
exactly.
really
you know?
has gotten way better.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
recently.
Yeah.
I mean, the beer, like you studied beer out here, I'm pretty sure. My man Slavice, he's an IPA connoisseur.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've, experienced a lot of beers.
Right.
And I would say barbecue is one of the best things.
I love going
What
to
beer?
Mickelhenny Brewing. They are out in Alpine. They used to
Okay.
be Alpine Brewing, right?
Oh,
and they
yeah,
got bought,
yeah.
and then Green Flash kind of faded, I think. So there's really
Green
no
Flash got
Alpine
bought too, yeah.
But Mickelhenny, great family brewery up there, little
Cool.
kind of
Mickelhenny.
mom and pop style.
Yeah.
And they have kegs available at some places, but you pretty much have to go there and buy it.
Well,
and
that's
drink it.
been part of the fun of opening up the downtown spot for us is we have a big tap system down there. So we've actually gotten to learn a bit more about the local beer scene and bring the beer in, pair it with our barbecue, and explore a little bit more like that. This space here, our original space, a little bit smaller. We don't have quite the room for the giant tap selection.
Yep.
So we have our little
What am I drinking?
favorites here. What are you? You were drinking our house IPA.
Your house IPA.
Yeah, that is called the Golden Calf.
You making
IPA.
this yourself? Who makes your
No,
beer?
we're not making that ourselves. It's a white label we work with a local brewery on.
All right, you don't shout out the brewery?
Oh, it's Booze Brothers up in Vista.
Love them. They're just about to celebrate their 11th anniversary.
There we go.
Booze Brothers.
Nice.
Yeah, they got a
Brothers.
big
Right,
show
with a name
coming.
like that, you got to
They
make
do
good
music
beer.
up there. Have you ever played up there
No,
before?
I never have, but I love to go.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't make it to Vista a whole lot.
Yeah,
Hell, I don't make it to Old Poway, I guess. I've never
It's my
been there
favorite
before.
time ever.
This is cool.
And literally, I love it. Like so far.
What else is here? I mean, I know I asked about the train barn. So is there more Old Poway to this area that I'm
That's
seeing?
a big draw. The train station, there's the hamburger factory across the street that's been there for 50 years or
Yeah.
something
Okay.
like that. Kind of new owners, but I think it's better than ever now.
Hamburger
Nice.
Factory.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a beautiful park over there. So you see a lot of people going over there for like prom pictures, graduation
Sure.
pictures, wedding.
They
wedding
come get
photos.
barbecue to go and take it to the park?
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
like
they
a
do,
thing?
actually,
Yeah, a lot of people do.
I would think that is a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And they host like movie nights and stuff in the summer down there.
That's cool.
So again, people come here, grab a
love it.
TV dinner, and go down and watch
Y'all
movies.
recently
still
had,
stuff to explore
the
in San Diego.
Y'all recently had the Oktoberfest stuff going up here as well.
They've been
It did a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That
hard
was-
to keep track of.
Oh,
all this
yeah.
stuff. They had a Halloween thing too.
Yeah,
this
I was just
last
looking at the
weekend.
stuff on the board. I was like, oh, Oktoberfest and Halloween. And I saw a guy in a gnarly costume walk by and scared us earlier.
Yeah.
You know.
You
I
get
think he was
horses?
the brother
Yeah.
of one of our
You get
cashiers.
horses riding
You
by?
get horses
Oh, you do?
right down the sidewalk.
Literally down the sidewalk. It was
Okay.
the craziest thing. Yeah. There's a horse barn like
Just down the street as
Yeah.
well.
This used to be horse stables.
Okay.
Yeah.
That our building.
Your building. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it started as.
Yeah, that's so cool. There's so
Yeah.
much to explore in San Diego, and you're bringing barbecue to the people. Are there other barbecue spots in this area, or do you have kind of a lockdown on a little bit of
Pretty
barbecue?
much have a lock.
There's
In Poway.
Well, there's Kaminsky's. Are they still there?
Kaminsky's.
Kaminsky's on Poway Road.
That's right. They've been there forever.
Yeah, they've been there a lot longer than we've been here.
That's
but-
right.
And Smokin' Jays. I mean, I know I made a joke about it at the beginning of this, but what's the reference? Is it that? Do you have any weed with you? Or what?
Josh, Jeremy.
Oh, you're all Jays.
I would not say I'm a.
The last time we had him on the show, he mentioned.
I can tell you, if I had smoked before the show, I wouldn't have been able to talk. as well.
I'm barely holding it together.
Lies.
Smoking J's, I put that together earlier, but I was like, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to let y'all do it. But it's an amazing name.
Yeah.
For
I just hit it on
It is
those,
funny
yeah.
though, when we used to do mobile.
That's more what it was. We're in California. It
Yeah.
seemed like
It was legal, yeah. But when we used to do mobile, we'd empty out the tip jar every now and again. We'd have joints in there.
Yeah.
People would leave us little treats. And when we first opened here, we had people that grew their own weed. They would come and give us weed when they came in. So it was, you
Trade
know.
weed for barbecue.
Smoking J, another barbecue hand in hand there. You know, it is Smoking J's.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm definitely gonna come to eat y'all again based off of that name right there. I'll come
love
smoke
it.
a J
Yeah.
and then enjoy,
Enjoy, exactly.
just like today.
Exactly.
You know,
Like every day.
Every
pretty
day.
much. And this sweet tea keeps getting better every sip.
What is the secret to sweet tea?
Sugar.
It's pretty simple.
the secret is keep it simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, keep it simple. You don't want to be too sweet, but you want to be sweet enough, right? Everybody can control their sweetness level, right? You don't want to dictate it. Don't be a dictator of sweet.
I used to like a good Arnold Palmer, but now, well, never mind. I don't want to eat that. Not on this show.
I just drink sweet tea plain. You know, I try to I don't have it that often, right? You know, just because of health, but
It's a lot of sugar.
it is. But you have to make it that way, or else you're not in the sweet tea business.
Exactly.
You might as well
You
not
can't
have
call
it
it
at
sweet
all.
tea. Yep.
Yeah, you can't call it sweet tea. You just put it
Got
on the
those
menu.
32, ounce jugs. They're drinking sweet tea all day.
That's a classic right there. That's
About
like,
noon, you put liquor in it, right? Yes.
If you want to, once you start adding the liquor to it, that's when you understand that you're in the realm of alcoholism. Is going on. The sweet tea was not enough.
Well, when are we gonna get to try some barbecue, man? I can't believe there's no food on this table.
Right now, let's do
I'm
it.
excited about
Yeah.
that, man.
I'm always excited about the
Take a
barbecue.
little break here. All right, we're gonna take a break and come back with some barbecue. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds
All right.
great.
Falling hard like a tidal wave, kaleidoscope spiraling in outer space. Nothing like think I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, we're back. We got the Jays, the Smokin' Jays Barbecue. 3 locations to serve you right here in Old Poway, of course, Miramar Road, and downtown San Diego. Gaslamp Quarter. Got my man Riston Diggs, local hip hop rapper here. He's you got shows coming up in November?
I actually do. We got a residency at Whiskey Girl downtown every first of every month. You can come see the Gravities. That's like one of the coolest residencies we ever had. So every first Friday of the month. I have a November 14th one going down at Till 2 Club with the Brothers Byrne, another San Diego Music Award winning act out here in San Diego. And that's the 2 that I'm looking forward to. But you could always just stay online on Instagram, but definitely check me out on Spotify. That's the easiest way to check out. Stay on streaming platform, look it up, look up the music, and just enjoy yourself. Dive in.
You get
like I'm about to do.
Come around the corner before your Whiskey Girl thing and get some barbecue.
Oh,
right
man,
around the corner from them.
Oh man, that's the easiest way to do it, because now that I know that y'all have a downtown location, I'll bring the band through beforehand.
Yeah.
And then we'll do our own review.
All right, there we go.
All right, because I took them to see Dallas, have some Dallas barbecue recently. We had a show out there.
Nice.
And we had a late night barbecue session, and we ate it and kind of fake reviewed it.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll come and do that with y'all too as a unit.
I love it. I love it.
We're looking at a lot of barbecue right now. You got to explain what we're looking at here.
All right, so we did hot links, which we make in-house downtown, actually. That's just with our trimmings from brisket. We got brisket chimney fries, brisket, our slaw wings, which are my favorite wings. We have 4 different flavors. Pulled pork, cornbread, chili, which we make with all the leftover brisket. And then we got a brisket taco and a pork belly taco.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Dang, I'm fighting you for that pork belly taco, man.
Yeah, the pork belly is awesome. I don't know why I just did one, but the pork belly is amazing.
He wanted to see you fight over it.
I think there's plenty to try here. I had some questions though. Let's see. Explain bean crack to me.
So that's called bean crack because originally I would make cracklings out of the brisket fat, and we would kind of dry them out a little and grind them on top of the beans when we served them. Okay. But it was such a pain. And people started to burn the cracklings, and no one would notice. And then we'd be putting burning cracklings on top of bean. I just cut it out.
Okay.
And if you didn't notice it right away, the crackling would sort of melt into the beans, and you couldn't even see it anymore.
Yeah.
And you do TV dinners. I noticed this last time we were hanging out. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
And we have little trays, but is this the TV dinner type tray?
No. It looks like a TV dinner tray.
Yeah.
Can you get those to go with the?
Oh, of course. You can dine in-house or get them to go.
That was a cool concept.
That was Jeremy's brainchild.
Yeah, I grew up on TV dinners.
Yeah, right?
Unfortunately,
right?
But I would like this TV dinner a whole lot better. Than
you don't have to stick these
no
in the oven.
Salisbury steak.
No,
it's got to be better than Hungry Man.
Mashed potatoes still frozen.
Right.
That's the ones I grew up on.
Quite the menu here at Smokin' Jays. Same menu at all 3 locations?
No, different at all 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's stand out different at each location?
Well, downtown we have a chef, Rick, who he's coming from. What place did he come from again? Iron Pig.
Iron Pig Barbecue.
He used to run Iron Pig and PB.
Okay.
They're not open anymore, but anyway, so he had a lot of experience, and he does awesome fried chicken. So we have fried chicken downtown. We have
do some blackened shrimp down
blackened shrimp downtown, and then we kind of have rotating specials. Miramar's a tiny kitchen, so we just have a more limited menu there. But like I said, we're gonna have some different stuff in Miramar soon because we're gonna start smoking stuff there.
So the downtown location, was that like turnkey? Was that one pretty much ready to go? Like, I don't know, did you have to do much to
as
it?
As turnkey as it gets, I guess, which is not very, It was like 3 really hard months of getting it ready.
Okay.
And, we changed the front of house aesthetics a lot, so we did a lot there. But then back house, we basically did what they had before, but the guy had ripped everything out. So I had to track him down, buy everything back, put it all back in, get it all installed. So it wasn't exactly turnkey. When we signed the lease, it looked a lot more turnkey than 14 days later when we took it over.
A lot happens. Yeah.
Well,
I love the addition of this
they weren't there very
cornbread.
long that I remember.
That's
couple years, I think. 3 years, I
Yeah,
think, in the end.
I guess that's not
very long.
Not
Right?
terribly long. Yeah, fair.
Come on.
Fair.
But yeah, that's cool. You're downtown.
Yeah.
And how has that been down there? Do you find like baseball season has been like better for you guys, or
It was last
conventions,
year, and
or-
it wasn't this year. It didn't help as much this year.
Yeah, baseball was kind of weird. The day, like when the game was earlier in the day, we could catch some of the crowd after the game. But like the weekday games, people are pretty much going. We learned they're going straight from work to the game and then back home. So we didn't catch a lot of the game traffic for that. It's been interesting trying to figure out the
that's a
flow
big
of
move to go downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a rent. I'm sure is not cheap, but just that's cool. I applaud your efforts. Now, are you thinking of another location or holding off? We've got enough with 3. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
We're getting a full liquor license downtown,
Oh, cool.
so that's our next big thing.
Yeah.
And we got to learn.
Beer, so it's just beer and wine there currently.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Can
Yeah.
you stay? Will you stay open later then when
Yeah.
you have liquor down
Stay
there? 'Cause
open
you,
later.
You close
we'll
at
have
9
Whiskey
down there.
pairings and that sort of thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Have some fun with that.
Yeah.
Maybe some mezcal pairings, keep that
Yeah.
smoky theme.
Yeah.
Now you live downtown. You mentioned. Are you up in this area? You're up here.
10 minutes away.
Nice.
You won't miss with this business.
You enjoying that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is amazing. And like
Jonathan, grab a sausage.
and I'll say
you
usually
said you're
like with
hungry. Why don't you
barbecue,
just grab part of a sausage?
you walk into it not
Need
knowing what
one?
to expect, right? This is
I'll
a
throw it at
consistent
you.
taste. You know what I mean? Just really good.
Sorry.
I can't over
You're
explain
part of
it.
the show. Come on.
It's just good.
Right.
You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a taste tester of things, but I know like when my taste buds enjoy something.
Yeah. When it just kind of hits right.
Yeah, definitely.
You eat barbecue every day?
Oh, I think we used to.
I still do.
You still do. I had to cut back. I bring a salad now every day. Although we just started we do our first salad downtown. We do salads here, which is really nice. You think you're being all healthy, and then you get some nice slow smoked brisket thrown on top of your salad.
Yeah.
Which is
You're
fantastic.
still getting some roughage though. Come on, you
Yeah, a
know?
little roughage.
You need the roughage.
And then we
That's
just
important.
added a Caesar salad downtown, which is really good when you put some chopped up pork belly on it.
Yeah, they make an awesome Caesar salad down there.
Yeah.
Like my favorite Caesar salad.
Have you been to the home of the Caesar salad?
Once a month. I go down there a lot.
Once a month? Oh wow.
My wife and I go down, probably about once a month. Get us
Still have
babysitter
to
for the
take a beat.
kids and go down and just have a nice day.
Just in TJ or you're
Just in TV.
You gotta try,
Nice.
you gotta try some of that, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a good Caesar salad.
Oh
So
my goodness.
tell us about this stack of wood back there. Where does the wood come from?
Garcia's firewood down kind of near El Cajon, I guess, 67. But it's
What
all,
is it?
it's all white oak from Northern California. That again changed in the pandemic. It was all red oak from the Indian reservations down here.
Oh.
And then they stopped cutting during the pandemic, and it just never came back. So now it's just all white oak from up north.
Now, does that change anything from red to white
It's
oak?
better.
Yeah?
It was a happy
lot of
accident.
things happened. Yeah, we didn't realize how much better the white oak was because we just always been using red.
Yeah.
This is
How was that
amazing,
taco?
too. These fries.
Yeah.
Chimney fries.
The,
Yep.
the brisket chimney fries are.
This is crazy. The Smokin'
man.
J's. Y'all, the name, it adds to the ambiance of it, right?
Well,
I haven't had the pulled pork in a long time. This is good stuff.
this is incredible. Gotta try it all.
So on the wings there, we put our slaw sauce. It's the dressing we make for our coleslaw.
Okay.
But house-made dressing. We do a house-made mayo just for the sauce. And we decided we liked it so much, we started putting it on everything. We toss wings in it.
It's
we
like that
dip it on our
Frank's Red Hot.
burger.
I put that shit on everything.
Put it on everything. We dip fries in it. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this is ridiculous. But I judge a barbecue spot by their coleslaw, strangely enough. I do.
We didn't bring you any coleslaw.
He's doing the sweet tea. That's your judgment call. But yeah, coleslaw is
Second
kind of
cup.
a litmus test
Shoot,
for me.
I
So
should've
I'm gonna
brought
have to
that
try
out.
some of that before
Oh,
we
for
get out of
sure.
here for sure.
For sure.
I think one of the best ones I had was in Austin, Texas. What's the it's up in the high country there. It's kind of a famous place for barbecue. It's also kind of a Disney. Salt Lick barbecue.
Salt Lick, yeah.
But I think the man had an Asian wife, and so the slaw has like an Asian kind of tinge to it or something. I don't know if it's a sesame oil or what, but that blew my mind. That was a good one.
Yeah, I could see it being good.
Oh, I like meats.
You're
Can get the meat sweats later.
Happily today. I prepared for this.
That's right.
I was fasting a little bit before this.
good.
I was like,
Good. I'm getting ready.
you have to
So do you ever run out of wood?
Oh man,
happen?
we ran out one time a year and a half ago, and they had to run to Home Depot and get one of those bundles just to like hold us over until I woke up and was able to get down and just pick up a load. But we get this delivered.
Which smoker did you buy? Is it one of those?
No.
That you sold that one off already?
We still have it, but the early smokers are like a quarter of that size. And we quickly, well, during mobile it was great because you're hauling it all over town, so you don't want anything bigger than that. But when we opened the restaurant, we quickly outgrew the small smokers.
They're harder to use too. You got to be like more precise, kind of.
And like Jeremy was talking about, where the key to making good barbecue and the key to making a good restaurant are slightly different. And the good restaurant aspect of it is Jeremy being able to teach other people how to do it as good as he can. And with that smaller smoker, it being harder to use, it makes it harder to teach, and makes it the consistency a bigger issue. So these big smokers smooth that over.
More forgiving.
It makes it foolproof.
Far from foolproof.
These are decent smokers. I got them custom built by some guy up in Hemet.
Okay.
But they're the kind of smokers they make in Texas that are like 30-40 grand that are the same size. They're not foolproof either, but they're so much easier than these. They're, one day we'll.
I imagine you can burn a lot of items.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You can mess things up. Yeah. We have gotten consistent, but it took a long time.
Okay.
I mean, there would be mornings I would wake up and get a call. Hey, everything's ruined. Every single thing on the smoke is ruined. Yeah. Because you have one night guy, and if they haven't gotten it down yet, you know, it's just
That's a bad business day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because not only all the cost of the meat, but the cost of all the cooks that had to prepare that meat before it went on the smoker.
it's just
Bad business thing.
That's the behind the scenes of a business thing that you would never think about in the barbecue world.
Right.
Losing meat.
right. Lots of
Right.
it.
A lot of it. Right.
Right. It's not like steaks where, maybe you overcook that one steak, so the one steak's gone, you put a new one on the grill. This is everything in the smoker, just boom.
So attention to detail has got to be high on the smoker.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Because now you
That's
can't
the
just walk
biggest.
away and just like, like it's going, guys. I forgot about it.
Right. You can't do that.
What were you doing? I was smoking a J.
I'm sure they are some night, and it's the same thing if you let the fire die for long enough.
Yeah.
That'll ruin meat too. Because if it happens too late in the cook, then the meat stalls out and it's just never gonna be tender. So it'll come to temp, but it'll still be stiff and tough. And so
That's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell. Like, you can tell you've been through it. You're like, no, I've seen it. Like,
I've seen every single way you can run a brisket.
When Jeremy started this business, he was literally the person doing every step of it. So he was finding the farmers markets, booking the farmers markets, but beyond that, he had an alarm set throughout the night because it takes 16 hours to smoke a brisket. So you do it overnight. So every day of the week, he'd have his alarm go off and he'd wake up every 2 or 3 hours, go out, check the fire, make sure the temperature is right, go back to bed, sleep for a few hours. But I think he did that whole year that I missed when I was living in Australia. I think he was doing that every single day.
Well, I did that every day until we
opened the restaurant, really. Yeah, that's true.
different level of dedication you had too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You was already inspired too. You was like, I'm training, but I'm training too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you came back, you tasted what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, I came and visited early on, and I thought it was amazing. And Jeremy's like, "Oh, it's not good yet.
Oh, wow.
It's not good yet."
I knew it wasn't good yet. I knew it.
You was comparing it to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
like, I know I
knew
could get
it
it.
wasn't. I wasn't really comparing it to anything, but I just knew it wasn't great yet, I guess.
Yeah. I looked at him. I thought he was
right.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought he was crazy at the time, but then when I came back a year later, I was like, "Oh, you're right." Like, what you were doing then compared to now, like, the amount of improvement.
You've elevated.
Exactly.
So you watch a lot of YouTube videos, I gather? No, you just did it?
Yeah. I watched one YouTube video. I watched, there's a video of Aaron Franklin trimming a brisket at Texas University or something like that, Texas A&M. And I watched that a couple times, and then that was it. And then I just kind of like through that figured out how it's supposed to work, and
Love it. That's what America is known for, you know? Just get in there and do it.
Just do it,
Make it happen. And
right.
step up the community. Like, this is so cool around
That's
here.
definitely what America is known for. Good food.
Yeah.
Like entrepreneurial
Taking
shit. Like
risks.
getting out there and
Taking
doing it
risks.
yourself,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty impressive. And opening a restaurant downtown, I mean, that's a huge move.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you must have been doing well enough at these two locations to go ahead and bite the bullet on that one.
Yeah,
so.
we're still on the fence about whether that was a good move or not. We'll see. Give us another year, we'll tell you. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool here. You've got like something kind of special in this little space.
Yeah.
This is kind of neat. The community, the vibe.
Right.
Miramar, you know, there's no, people don't really live around there, right? So they're coming for beer or like, I mean, the food.
Yeah.
Or they're
You
going
gotta
to
figure out
the
the
home
draw.
improvement stores on that block, right?
Exactly.
We're the victim of our own ambitions sometimes, because we opened this spot and it was going well, and we got excited and we just kept, we constantly churning out ideas to the point where sometimes it's like, just don't even talk about them because we can't do them now. But
we're not doing anything for a while.
Yeah,
You're
but the
gonna wanna
ideas
do
are
it.
flowing, and every now and again one will stick. And whether it's the right time or not the right time, we're just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you do trivia nights and movie nights at the Miramar location. I think I saw that. Any other special events downtown or up here? You need a rapper to perform
We
over
do.
here. Wow.
Yeah, I got y'all anytime. Like literally.
We've done one live show out here, and it was actually pretty cool.
Oh man,
That would be awesome.
my band plays, and I can also book a showcase night, and we can do something cool here.
His band is amazing. The Gravity
Yeah,
is. They're like a funk soul R&B vibe.
All right,
Really
we're gonna,
amazing band.
yeah, we could put that.
Well, we
together.
got to talk to you. But we got a 5th anniversary coming up here. So.
Bro, we do this professionally. Like we do so many different parties, events, special events, weddings.
Yeah,
We play it all.
I love it. I love
You
it.
guys too. You cater. You do catering, right?
Yeah, we do catering. We cater weddings. We cater, office events, all kinds of
Will you
stuff.
bring your
on-site,
medals?
off-site.
Is that an
It's
extra
requested.
request?
Yeah, they gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah, remember, because they're heavy.
They are heavy.
Y'all never felt what medals actually feel like, but to win, you have to be strong to even win, to even wear the medal. That's what I've noticed right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, send me one of those.
The hot links? Oh yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get through all of this. Heck no.
I don't know if I
There's
did.
plenty for all.
if I got through all of this, that means I have a problem. Then we gotta adjust it. We gotta address a bigger issue. Is that guy healthy at all? Like that guy's not running no
Well,
matter.
no, you're not. You're not running.
We only have one bathroom here, so can't tie it up.
Yeah, you just got people
hilarious.
knocking.
Yeah.
I'm here for a while. I'm here for a while. I ate way too much. This chicken wings was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
I want one more of those too.
I didn't even expect the chicken aspect of it. I was gonna get just trying things, and I saw the chicken. And I was like, wow, y'all figured it out.
We do an awesome smoked chicken too, but it was sold out by the time we ate. We didn't have it. We sold out of ribs and chicken before we.
Yeah, and when I heard the ribs were sold out, I knew that was a good thing, though.
That's a good, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, y'all sold out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you guys are doing smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
We are indeed,
Right.
yeah.
This location. So do you do like a packaged meal or something like that?
No,
Or
it's
a
just
turkey?
everything's a la carte. So turkey, but we do all the traditional sides, other than stuffing.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
we do them.
But you got to come up
cranberry
here.
sauce,
I
mashed
can't go
potatoes.
downtown. I got to come up to Poway.
You gotta come up here.
It's
Get
a
it,
journey up here.
get it fresh
from
off
the
the
source.
smoker.
How close
Yeah.
am I to Ramona from here? Ramona is not
30
that far.
minutes.
It's still 30 minutes.
away.
Oh, okay.
It's a big hill you gotta climb.
I'm gonna
It
go
is.
home the back way. So the 67 is just closer than the 15 where we are right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Technically. Okay.
It is.
Yeah, people should come up here. This is cool. I mean, downtown, go visit, of course, Miramar. But I do want to explore this area more. And I've watched and seen things on the news for my entire life. I've never been here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come up, Riston.
I'll
Go
come
hang
back
out in
over
the
here.
train barn.
I'll come
trolley
hang
barn.
out up here just off of general. My girl loved the whole downtown aspect as soon as we pulled up.
Right,
And
yeah.
I was like, date night, verified.
night,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's easy to do that. And that place, I have a place like this to come to now. So
Right. There you go.
It's easy.
Always welcome, man.
We've
There's
good
no
wine,
music
too.
venues out here. That's the reason I never came to Poway a whole lot. Like, there's no like,
There isn't.
not
There
even a
isn't
bar
in
with
Poway.
music, really.
I don't think so.
Until we start doing our outdoor showcase.
And
Yeah, I'm
then
telling
right
you,
there,
man.
we're bringing to the community. I'm telling you,
right.
that's what people love to see, something different where you can just tie music in, just have us there. We background music until we don't have to be.
Right.
And then
Right.
everybody, you know,
And then it hits, yeah.
it hits perfectly because people enjoy the food, and then they have something else they're watching, which also drives their attraction. And
Yeah.
we both keep them together.
Right.
You know?
That would be cool. We've talked forever about getting another truck just like that, and then doing what we're gonna call the truck bed series.
Okay.
And just have people playing in the beds of the
Oh,
truck.
that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Yeah, and that'll remind me of my South Carolina roots because
Yeah.
I tell you, everything down there is like built off of like just these very tailgate-esque feelings, right? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Very homegrown rodeo things, everything, but y'all have that aesthetic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
We
I
really
think-
do out here.
Yeah, so I think we could take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can throw a party in the parking lot. We'd be drinking beers, get some old cars out here.
Sweet tea.
Sweet
Everybody-
tea.
No, I'm good. No, I don't need any more sweet tea. Y'all have to cut me off.
Do you want any more sweet tea? Does anyone want glasses of water?
I'd have a glass of water, please, and thank
Yeah,
you.
do you want some ice?
Sure.
Okay. Do you two want water?
I'll do some water.
Do you want
Yeah, I'll have water.
some water? You want water as well?
I think I'm good to go. I think
Good on the tea?
I'm just gonna
Okay.
keep on consuming my food and just sipping the tea lightly.
Light sipping.
Yeah, just like sipping. I already downed that one. It was like, uh-oh. That's a good thing though. I can get my mom the verification that the sweet tea was bomb.
What
Like,
else does she like?
Visits.
Well, she's a lover of just the meats in general, right? And so even when I don't want her to, you know what I mean? She loves pork chop, fried chicken, a lot of fried foods, right?
Yeah. That's the South, though, right?
That's the southern region, right? But lately she has gotten to more baked items and stuff and everything. And her vegetable intake has always been consistently good, I've noticed. I thought it was worse than it was, but then I thought about it, I was like, oh, we always grew up her eating lima beans and a lot of different peas and different grapes and
We do
stuff.
a really
like that.
nice succotash up here, but we don't put lima beans in ours.
Oh,
We
okay,
don't do
you
lima
don't-
beans. We
what's
do
that on the
edamame
menu?
instead of lima beans.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yes,
the California then. All right.
Exactly, it's a California
Yeah,
succotash.
California.
But it's fantastic. Yeah,
Okay.
they smoke some of the vegetables on the smoker back there.
I would love to try that.
Smoked succotash.
Thanks,
yeah.
Sean.
Smoked succotash, yeah. See, I actually
I just
have
like saying succotash.
Succotash is
It's like a
great.
Bugs Bunny, I
That is my
think.
fave.
succotash.
Yeah, suffering
Yeah, succotash. Yeah, some words roll off the tongue well, succotash. You gotta put it in the application though. Succotash.
So what do you typically sell out of here? So you mentioned you sold out of the smoked chicken, right, today?
We normally sell out chicken and ribs. We try to never sell out of brisket and pulled pork, but it happens. We
Okay.
get caught off guard sometimes.
I can't imagine you
Yeah.
can plan that completely, and that's
Yeah.
also kind of some of the fun about it. I mean, I guess you want to be able to make sure you got product to sell to people if they want to buy it.
Right.
But that's also kind of fascinating to me. Like in Austin, when it's gone, it's gone.
People understand that out here. When
Yeah.
when we first opened, we would sell out and it'd just be one star. We got there and they were sold out of blah, blah, blah. We got there and they were sold out of this. And it was just a 1 star for that. So we realized, all right, this isn't the town to play that game.
Yeah.
We need
Because
to
they're not
figure out-
aficionados here.
No.
I mean,
Right.
I think the because no offense to Phil's, but that is like the Disneyland of barbecue, and all these places like yourselves, they're you're elevating the community as a whole, and giving some different flavors and opportunities in different communities,
Right. But we learned early on, though, you kind of got to bend to the environment that you're in. Like when we first opened this spot, we wanted to be old school traditional barbecue. You can't call ahead. You can't order online. You got to come, wait in line, and when we sell out, we sell out.
We were even going to do cash only.
Yeah, we talked about doing cash only. We abandoned that, and then we got so many bad reviews for selling out when we sold out, and then COVID hit, and you couldn't have people standing in lines anymore. Right. So all our plans went out the window immediately. Like right when the COVID restrictions came in, the next day we're taking orders over the phone. Yep. We're setting up online ordering, and then once you set it up, you can't go back. And now it's just
so then it worked there, but y'all business flourished.
But we flourished because of it. Exactly. It was how people out here were used to ordering food that way, and just because we were barbecue, that didn't mean anything different the way it would in another part of the country. Yeah. But then we got to adopt some SoCal culinary elements as well. Like we do the barbecue tacos, the brisket tacos.
I noticed that. I just had the taco, and that was amazing.
Right.
Just to spin on that, just to think that y'all incorporated taco and barbecue. It's good.
We do barbecue burritos as well. We have one called the Cali J Rito, which incorporates the SoCal idea of putting French fries in your burrito. So we have French fries and brisket, pork belly, barbecue sauce on. It's fantastic. Yeah.
No French fries. I just want the brisket.
I'll take it all just to try it. But as long as you got that brisket in there, I can just tell that everything was done with care and time. That's one of the.
It is an art form, man. It's cool.
It takes a lot of time.
The cool thing is, it's a trial and error thing. I think a lot of people, if you want to do it, you can smoke your own meats, and hopefully not forget about it and ruin it. But
right.
But man, you have that timer set every few hours to go check on your babies, huh?
And what's cool if you're smoking at home, like I love the fact that we have these smokers kind of exposed, and everyone that comes and eats here can go and check them out. And the amount of times that Jeremy's back there smoking something, or our chef's back there smoking something, and customers come by and like, hey, I'm smoking a brisket this weekend. You got any pointers? And they'll stop and give you pointers and help you smoke your own stuff.
Yeah, it's a community.
Exactly.
And people love it.
Exactly.
It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood.
Brothers sharing with the community, brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like that's amazing. Like you even just put in to teach people. I'm not gonna hide it from you.
No, I love talking barbecue.
You should, because like you'll master your craft. You know what I mean? And the taste is in it. The master. Like if I had to compare you to a rapper, you definitely be a top level lyricist.
Well, thanks guys. This has been amazing. Nice to hang out with you both and wear your medals. And did you want to show your medals?
We talked about it so long.
We didn't get them out, but we got to at least show them. I think I got a photo wearing 3 of them. And I will attest to them being heavy.
Well, first we're going to start with this one because this is what you're going to wear on your next show. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, no.
What is that?
That's the gold medal from Beijing, 2008. I won that
Beijing, you see that?
In the 100 meters. Before my days as a marathoner, I was actually a sprinter.
So we can go find this stuff on YouTube.
You can actually. You can see the race that I won that medal is on YouTube.
That's cool. I want to do that.
Yeah, I gotta
see him crashing a few times.
You see me crashing more than a few
London
times.
Marathon.
Yeah,
this is so cool.
London Marathon in I forget what year, but
2012.
Was it 2012? I think so.
Yeah.
I crashed.
Getting old.
Yeah. It was 2008 or 9. That was a long time ago. But you go, so a marathon's 26 miles long, right? We 26.2.
Yeah.
And that 0.2 is important because if you only go 26 miles and you crash, you haven't crossed the finish line yet.
Right.
And I was in a pack of 8 guys come around the corner, and I was making my move. I was trying to make the podium. I was moving into 3rd place, and I clipped the back of the guy that I was passing. The guy that I was passing is this South African dude. He was the biggest guy in wheelchair racing, and I was the smallest guy in wheelchair racing. And when I clipped the back of his chair, it caused him to turn into me, and he took me out right into the fence on the side of the road. The finish line is like 50 meters away, and I'm laying on the ground on my back, staring at the sky. Yeah.
Did you even finish?
Yeah, I got back in my chair. I finished like a minute later, but
it killed a minute off of it.
Yeah.
Okay, see, so
I went from 3rd to 9th, I think, real fast.
What's crazy is you got to hear the horror stories of every aspect of it, right? Everybody thinks it's just an easy story. Oh, you're a winner, but I'm a loser as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what people don't understand. You're going to lose way more races than you win. No matter what, no matter how good you are, you're going to lose more than you win.
That's what I think the world needs to hear more of, like a story that losing builds character, right? Aside from the fact that you got to win at everything, right?
Right.
If you learn that you're going to win at everything, you also are going to set yourself up for a big fall,
Right.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You took a fall and got up, still finished the race. Some people won't even finish the race because of that.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so.
But
You're such a poet. I love it.
It's true though. I mean, business as well. Like people see us from the outside, and like, oh man, you got 3 restaurants. Like you're so successful. And it's like, yeah, maybe from the outside we've had these successes, but the amount of times that we've failed to get to those successes is crazy.
It makes you appreciate and smile for it more. You know, man, that's why I was telling you about looking at these. It feel like legacy, history, right?
Yeah.
You looking at it now, back in the day, you were in real time.
Right.
So these were just like, oh, another one.
Exactly.
You know, today you're looking at it like, wow, look at this. Not only am I showing this and I got it on right now, right? But I can appreciate it from a whole different view, you know what I mean?
Right.
Your brother sees something that you did, you probably hearing us fan out for your brother now, like, wow, that's gotta be cool to you. And then it's cool to you that we're eating and enjoying your brother's food.
Oh, his whole career was cool. Yeah, my family was so supportive. Jeremy came to every games except for 2, and one of them it was just because no one was, like Tokyo, no one was allowed to go.
Yeah.
So he would have been there in Tokyo if he could have.
Tokyo,
but I think the only game he didn't make it to was Beijing, and because you're in college. At the time, I think.
Yeah, that was a tough one to get to. Too.
Did you hook up at the athletes compound? I always hear about Olympians hooking up. I don't know. That's like the backstory. How do people want to know?
Yeah.
The dark side of the Olympics.
It's crazy. My first games I went to, I was 20 years old and had 0 game. So I tried my hardest and it just did not work. It didn't work. But then I think the next 3 games I went into each one with a girlfriend. So
you know.
You didn't get to experience the fanfare.
You don't need to bring anything back home.
No, exactly.
No, the only thing you want to bring back are medals.
Yeah, exactly.
Which your girlfriend
just
the last
honored
2
all.
was in the Olympics.
Yeah, my girlfriend was there with me in the game.
Oh,
so.
What did she compete in?
Well, my ex now, but she was a wheelchair racer as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So
what's top speed, do you think?
Top speed on the track? They're hitting now they're hitting like 22, 23 miles an hour. My top speed on the track was like 21 and a half.
That's still moving at a fast speed.
It's fast.
I can see why I crash.
Oh yeah, I slid across my back on the track at 20 miles an hour. It takes some skin off.
Hey,
just didn't ruin that pretty face.
That's enough to keep me away from the sport. Road rash.
What's the fastest on the road?
On the road,
like downhill.
Yeah, Boston Marathon has some killer downhills, and I think I hit 40 miles an hour once going down one of those hills. But I was one of the slower guys. There were guys hitting 45, 46 miles an hour down.
My heart started beating. You sad that speed. I'm not even.
And you look down at the ground because you're like 2 feet off the ground, and you're staring, and the ground's like flying past you. The trees are getting blurry.
I was afraid driving into Poway taking the 67. You know, like 40 by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You deserve more of these.
Yeah, your heart's in your throat for a hot second.
We got to thank Bragabilia Energy. Thank you guys for always sponsoring the program. Josh and Jeremy of Smokin' Jay's Barbecue, learning more about your life and the barbecue. This is awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this medal right here. No, I'm gonna hand that.
Give me that back.
Thank you for that. That is super cool.
Man, look now. I'm definitely got to wear one. I'm gonna get y'all show tickets for sure.
Hey, let's do it for sure.
Bar Talk Live, another one in the can. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.